Today we're rebooting an old film, one of my originals, and that is how I built this barn out of repurposed and recycled material for really cheap, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a modern homestead sitting high in the Cascade Ranges of Southern Oregon. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. Like promised, while I'm going through a period of time where I have to take it easy and relax and rest, doctor's orders, I've decided to reboot some of my original films that were popular. Now, this is the rebuilding or the building of the barn reboot. Now the barn consists of material, the corrugated metal, which is the sides and the roof, were all originally 12-foot long pieces that I accumulated from the place I lived at before over at Acorn Acres. They replaced the roof of the house, or the roof sheeting of the house, and took off the old material. I took that old material, laid it out, and measured it, and decided I could use it as siding and roofing material for the barn. The material that was the stud work for the barn was actually salvaged from what was left of the floor of the old manufactured home or mobile home that was sitting on Pine Meadows Hobby Farm when I purchased the property. The home was destroyed, so I went ahead and cleaned it up and disassembled what was left and salvaged as much material as I could. With collecting all the material, cleaning it up, stacking up neatly, measuring it, and doing an inventory, that decided the size and shape of the structure of the barn. So through the course of the summer, I started construction of this barn. It measures 12 foot by 12 foot. The stall area measures 12 foot by 6 foot, and the raised floor area where the stanchion and feet are stored measures 6 by 12. The loft area also measures 6 by 12. So it gives me extra storage space for storing feed and stuff. I installed this stanchion that I had actually disassembled and moved over from Acorn Acres and reassembled it here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm in this barn. Now the neighbor across the street had replaced the wood flooring in his house, and he gave me all of the wood flooring that he had taken out of his house. This is a Brazilian cherry hardwood floor that I repurposed and used on the walls and ceiling in the interior of the barn, figuring that flooring is a protected item or surface that could withstand spills, scuffs, and whatever, so I could think of nothing better for it to use than for the interior of a barn, which would occasionally receive a splattering of urine and animal feces. This barn could also be a concept for a tiny house as a pattern to build a tiny house. So I think I may just have the most deluxe barn in the nation with Brazilian cherry hardwood surfaces on the interior, and it's fireproof because the whole exterior of the barn is metal. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. We have many more videos to come. Stay tuned, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.